All right, here's it going, guys. Welcome back. Okay, so where we last left off in the last video, we were working on displaying the client requests on the dashboard of the admin. So now what we're going to do is create a page where we can view the full details of this particular request. So now, the first thing we need to do is here we're going to need to create a route to view those requests. So I'm going to say and the name of this route is going to be admin dot view requests. Okay, so here what we're going to do is we're going to say view should I say request details? I think that makes much more sense. Request details, and obviously we're going to view it by ID, so we need to create a parameter there. Then from there request details. All right. So normally, what I've based on some of the tutorials that I've seen, what people would usually do is they would put the ID parameter first, and then maybe put the name of the view or the routes afterwards. I'm not quite sure why they do that, but probably there's a reason. But I'm just gonna keep it simple, and just put the parameter right after the name of the route itself. So now what we need to do within the admin side, I'm just gonna put it right underneath the dashboard, and then obviously we need the ID. So I'm gonna say ID. All right. Okay. So obviously we're gonna do the exact same thing we did here, but the difference is we're gonna get it by ID. So I'm gonna remove that over there, or should I say find or fail, and then say ID. Okay. Now what I need to do is return the view. I'll say request details. Let me just also name this as request details. Okay, so now the name of the view, admin dot request details. Now here within our resource views folder admin, we're gonna name that file as we named it here within the method, and .blade.php. Okay, so I'm gonna copy that, and then here I'll just say request details. All right. So now displaying the full details of the request should be fairly simple. So I'm just gonna put it in a table format, just like I did on the dashboard, but just slightly different. So I'm gonna use again a Bootstrap card just to make that simple. So I'm gonna copy this here, and then I'm gonna put that in a row. Say end of row, and then I'll paste it there. Just gonna indent it a bit. Okay, so now um, okay, so now what I need to do is I need to change that to request details. Uh, Paste that there, and then also paste that there. I'm gonna leave the request as it is. So, but I need to make a slight change where I want this information here to be displayed alongside alongside the header. So now what needs to change now is I need to take that, paste it there, and say right, and then I'm gonna take this one as well. I'm gonna say tr and then paste it there and place it there. So I'm basically going to be doing the exact same thing that I just did now with all of these ones. So I'm going to pause the video. I don't want you guys to just be watching me copy and paste all this stuff. Be back in a sec. All right, guys, I'm back. Okay, so I'm done copying all of these items here. Now I need to just delete that for each loop. Now the other thing that I wanted to point out, uh, just need to delete that. Um, I also added the other fields that we didn't add, like in the previous, what you call it, the previous table. So like description and file, I didn't add those in the previous screen, so I added them here within the view more details, as that would make much more sense. And then the other thing that I need to change is that because this, we don't need to loop through the details, we can access them directly using the view data that we pass from the controller. So I need to copy all of that and then just change that. By the way, how I did that, it's a shortcut function that comes with, or that you get with VS Code. So you can click on Control D, like you can highlight one, and then when you click on Control D, it's gonna copy or it's gonna highlight all the values that are the same. I'm not quite sure how you do it on Mac, but yeah, that's how you do it on Windows. All right, so now what I want to do is test and see if all of this is displaying on the what you call it on the view requests or request details page. I also want to change the column here to span about 6 columns. Okay, so the other thing we need to do is also make this button change the link to this button here. So in the dashboard, what we need to do first is copy the name of the route, and then here on the anchor tag I'm going to say route, and then that's the name there, and then you need to pass in the ID, which is going to be request ID. ID. Okay, so let's just reload. Hopefully I did everything right. And then when we click there, count parameter must be an array or an object. Oh yeah, apologies for that. Uh, uh, I'm not quite sure how we can change that. Um, I don't know if you can do this. Actually, you know what? We don't need it. Let me just remove it completely. Okay, let's try again. All right, so there you have it. Let me just remove that text center class over there, and then so yeah, so that's where we can view our what you call it, the full details of the request itself. I just want to add some styling here. Uh, let's see, maybe we can say and the other thing I want to do is px0. Then here with a card header. Again, guys, these are Bootstrap classes that I'm using here. Okay, so let me just put an icon. Let's say class, and then I'll say fa. I'll just say file or file alt, and then I'll say span. I'm gonna give it a class of main font, and then I'll say text dark, and I just also want to give it a margin here between the icon. All right, let's just see how it looks. Uh, okay, that should be a bit better, but that looks way too light. Um, maybe I should give this info and then text. We'll give it white, a white color. Um, main font. Shows the text white. Okay. Um, I think the other way looked a little bit better. Let me just remove that. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, in any case, I think they should be fine. But in any case, yeah, this is how. So here we can view the case number itself, and then the full description of what the client, what issue the client is having, and then currently there is no file that they attached. So now the other thing that's left is to action this particular request. So underneath here, I'm going to create a form where we can create an update. So to do that, I'm going to say And then from there, I'll say I think I should also put that in a card. Okay, then okay. So within here, what I'll do is I'll say form, and then this will be post method. And then in here, the only thing we're gonna need is a label. So I'm gonna put that in a form group. Okay, and then now we need a label, and then we're gonna need a text field. So we're gonna say text area, uh, and then the rows, I'm just gonna limit them to about 3 rows, and then columns defined like that. And what else? Um, we need a CSRF token, and then we need a button. Okay, and we're gonna say form group, and then in here I'll just put a button. Say update, and then class gonna be btn, tn, mb, btn success. I'm also gonna make this span about 6 columns. Okay, let's just check it out and see how it looks. Oh yeah, I forgot to give it the class form control. And then okay, the other thing I need to do, let me just give it some spacing there. Uh, margin MB2. Yeah, I think that should be fine. So does this even need to span about 3 columns? Let me just change this again to about 2. Okay, All right, I think that should be fine. So basically with this, we're gonna be updating the request. We will display the requests maybe somewhere on this side of the page. Um, so yeah, the other thing I need to do is just give this a margin of to from the left side here. So I'm gonna do that on the rows themselves. So padding left would be three. Same thing here. All right, that should be fine. All right, guys. So yeah, I think that's it for the video. Um, so yeah, we are now able to view the full requests. In fact, I need to create a back button there. I'm gonna put it here within the subheader section. So I'm gonna say, and then this will go back to the dashboard. So that would be admin dot dashboard, and then just gonna give it an icon and say FA. I think it's arrow circle left, and then here I'll just say back. So what I'm gonna do is give this the anchor tag a class of btn sm, and then btn I think it's secondary. I think that's it, and then the border, and then I think it's dark. Let me also put a margin there. So I'll say margin 1. Let's just see how it looks. Okay, that doesn't look nice. I'm gonna change that to light, and then I also want it to go left. In fact, let me change the main styling of that subheader. Public CSS main.css subheader. I'll say padding 15px, and then 0. No. 15px 0px. Let me just check the master template. Subheader. Okay. And then the other thing I need to do with the subheader is say flex, then all right. So let's check it out now. Okay. Yeah, I think that should be fine. So when we click here, it should take us back to the dashboard. Okay. So as you can see, that's the case number. Just to verify, it's the exact same one. So we are able to retrieve all the details we need. All right, guys, that should be it for the video. In the next one, what we're going to be working on is updating this particular request. So basically, we're going to be working on actioning the request itself and also changing the statuses of this particular request. So yeah, that's it for the video. Again, guys, thanks for the support. For those of you who haven't done so already, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll be seeing you guys within the next video. Cheers for now.